All right, we are back. Ethereum's going bananas right now. Yo, what's good? Yeah, Ethereum's going crazy right now. You guys talk about look at this pullback: 462,000 to 125,000 to 570,000. ETH's going bananas right now. Also entered dog with hat. Got a trade on dog with hat. If this trade hits, this is a first entry. If it could go lower, like trying to swing some memes. Was up 10 G's the other day on a trade. Didn't close out at 10 G's. Closed out a couple grand in profit. Closed one of the trades out. $1.30 would be sexy. I'm in dog. Pretty big position. No liquidation price. I mean, it's a big account. It's not using that much margin. 3% at the moment because it's in profit too. Trade value, you can see it here. It's 148,000 whiff long at 94 cents. That was the average price. Like took buys. That's the average price. Like took buys in here. But you can see the average price is 94 cents. Holding this on another account, holding Solana and a smaller, same position but smaller on dog with hat. I would like to try to hold $1.20, $1.30. $1.20 would be 40,000 profit. $1.30 would be 54,000, 50,000 profit. Yeah, these are trade to hold this long. It's hard to hold these long term because they give you enough moves in days where you can get in and out. Long term, like you got to be really holding for the right season. Could be very profitable trying to hold it to something like $2, but that could take some time. And whiff though, whiff just started it today, so it's still kind of fresh. It's not that much in profit, a bit, like it's at 95s right now. It's a pretty big trade though, if you're looking at it. Like probably gonna try holding this till it breaks above $1. If it breaks above $1, it'll be above 10,000 in profit. But $1.20 is the target. $1.30. See, I got a nice little zone marked here, which I think it'll hold that zone. That's like my buy zone. That's like the buy zone for me on this coin. So if it went to like 85 cents, I'd probably add more, like 80 cents. Like it's gonna hold this for a little while. Yeah, dog with hat. I like trading this coin. Gold did the pullback, so I don't know if you guys saw. I posted gold. It's pretty much it came down. Could be gearing up now. Like it did come down. I don't know if you guys saw. I was posting a lot of movement today. The dollar was bearish, so it kind of like gold came in lag. Like it found the buys to that. You could see how the buys were found in a way. Dollar did drop even more today. It kept dropping. It still dropped more. It's been dropping It's had a pretty weak day. So in a day like this, from my experience, I'd usually expect gold long. I expect gold bullish, gold found buys. It's like I was kind of talking this morning. It's like there's scenarios. There was some different conversations I had on it where like it's trying to go lower to find some buys. Like I wouldn't be shaken out if it goes like I said this morning. I wouldn't be shaken out if it like goes lower. Doesn't mean it's like in a downtrend. I think the only reason it's going lower is to find buys. So we kind of got an experience of that this morning when we think back. Oh, Solana's ripping. East ripping. Look at this. I'm proud of this one. Should have fucking went all in honestly on this. Like this position was 76 Ethereum, but sold off 25 Ethereum already. Fucking Ethereum's going crazy. Micro strategy of Ethereum. It's starting. It's looking like the micro strategy for ETH is starting soon, if not has started, like kind of slowly. Where was it? Right here. Bitmine immersion to raise up to 20 billion to buy more ETH. 20 billion dollars to buy more Ethereum. That's a lot. That's a lot. People might follow. Well, this is in Russia. I'm reading. Yeah, Russia's largest bank, XRP. Some of these things you see can be kind of like rumors too. Some of these things you might like see some rumors. Like it could be like, okay, is it how true is it in the sense? So you gotta it's good to like check the comments or look for additional sources on this stuff. ETH could go to like 8K. Yeah, I mean that's a big like. That's 20 billion. That sounds like micro strategy for ETH, potentially like incoming. I don't know, it's comments. This is Bitmine. So Bitmine's a company. So if you look at if you guys know what micro strategy is, this might be called strategy now. Can I type in micro strategy? Is it still there? No. That'd be MSTR, right? So years ago, MSTR, known as MicroStrategy, adopted a Bitcoin strategy years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, about there at that range. Adopted what was known as like the Bitcoin strategy. That was before like 2021, like 2020, 2021 time. So there's this company now, Bitmine, that is pretty much doing the same thing now for Ethereum. Now Bitmine, you can look into the company. That's, where is he? This guy. His company. He's a billionaire. He might be the guy in the tie. You know how Bitcoin has that Bitcoin rate? Bitcoin had that advocate, which Michael Saylor was a really big voice for institutional strategy and adoption to Bitcoin. I mean, look what it did with his company. Right? Look what it did to his company. It brought eyes on his company. It brought attention. It brought money. It brought revenue. It brought a lot of funds being raised. So you got to think of this from an institutional standpoint as well as a company standpoint, business standpoint as well. Not just as much as crypto, but crypto brings the attention. Notice like none of this would have happened without the crypto, without the Bitcoin, without the Ethereum, right? Who knew what a micro strategy was 5 years ago, 6 years, like, right? Who knew who Tom Lee was? Not me, you know, like, so a lot of attention is being brought to this with crypto, right? The forefront of crypto. So you got to think of what MicroStrategy did with Bitcoin. What Michael Saylor kind of pioneered that direction there. So now we have this Bitmine, and you can see here. Where was it? Am I in the comments? Yeah. Where was that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Right here. Billionaire investor, whoever that is, bought a significant stake. These are other people that are going to be, you can see shares. See how it says shares? That's when it's talking about Bitmine. They're putting stakes in the company, shares in the company, stakes. They're buying the Bitmine. Bitmine immersion. Bitmine immersion aiming to raise 20 billion to buy more ETH signals a potential major shift in market dynamics. Moves this big can reduce liquid Ethereum supply, increase staking participation, and pressure DeFi liquidity pools, affecting yields in networks. Yeah, the bend in the narrative. So the tables have turned, right? It's like how the tables have turned quite quickly, significantly. Yeah, it looks. So you gotta take that into, like, think about what MicroStrategy did with Bitcoin, and what did you see with that? Like, look what happened last night at like 1 a.m. or something. Metaplanet bought, which is the company in Japan. They bought more Bitcoin last night. Metaplanet. They bought more Bitcoin last night. That's they follow. You look at MicroStrategy, what they did with Bitcoin. Companies followed that, and companies still are following that, right? So that's some of my take on this. What we're seeing happening. That's some of my take on this so far. What we're seeing today with Ethereum, we're seeing significant price. We're seeing Ethereum up 6% almost today. It was. Look at Bitcoin's percentage. Solana, Ondo's up 7%. What else? Jasmy. Oh, let's go, baby. Please. Jasmy, let's go. About time. Ondo's up. Chainlink is going to move a lot because Chainlink is very correlated to Ethereum. Chainlink's going to move a lot. AXGT. I have a lot of this AXGT coin. It might seem like a random coin, but if you do some research on it, Valinity's 58. I had a girl. I'm gonna, when these next trades hit, I'm gonna dump into these next trades. I'm loading up some new trades. Whiff's one of them. Solana, I have on another account. When these hit, I'm gonna buy more Validity. I don't care what price it is at, but when I buy it'll. If you guys know, Validity is a good coin. It's following ETH. It's gonna pump. VY is finally moving. We need that. That'll follow ETH. The higher ETH goes, this will go with it. There'll be a pump on this coin by the end of the year. A big pump on this coin by the end of the year. Yeah, ETH. That's sort of my take on Ethereum. MicroStrategy. I think MicroStrategy, but for ETH, might be starting. If you're talking about a $20 billion purchase, what's that going to do to the market when that happens? And then others could definitely follow within those that pattern or those footsteps. Maybe not that big of an amount, but you might see more accumulation similar to this on an institutional level, because there's a utility behind Ethereum with staking, right? If you're these companies, like I stake Ethereum and it's pretty dope, right? The rewards, staking, we talk about staking as it's similar to dividends and stocks. We're getting a big monthly breakout. I think we talked about that on a session last night. Like gold setting up. Gold's probably setting up. It's back above, almost back above 33.50. What do you know? Yeah. Well, you know, man, people faded Ethereum. Think about how fast it's moved and how fast and expensive it's gotten. It's got. That's the thing about these cryptos is it can get expensive fast. That's kind of why I am the way I am, especially for those of you guys in my inner circle that how where we do a lot of talks about crypto. How I'm pretty aggressive. I've learned to be aggressive 5 years ago. I wasn't aggressive in the beginning. I wish I was. I should have been aggressive when I started. I wasn't. Oof, if I was, it would have been different. Holy. Dog with hat. If this hits, these next trades hit, I'll buy some Validity and buy some meme coins probably. Validity though, we hit $1.20. That's pretty much $40,000 profit. So need that. Memes should have a little meme. You'll see it. Memes aren't even really pumping as much. You'll see memes probably pump soon. But these cryptos can get expensive fast. You gotta think about one Ethereum now is about $4,500. 2 months ago though, 2,400. 3 months ago, you know, like months ago, below $2,000, above $2,000. You know, they can get expensive fast. That's the thing about these cryptos. That's why I've said your goal is to kind of look at crypto in the sense of like, okay, my goal is to get to, like I was taught the same training I'm gonna give you right now. I've given you guys all year. It's like make a goal to get to a certain amount, right? It's like my goal is to get to 10 Ethereum, right? Maybe my goal, and we always said, if you go back on streams, we've talked about this on countless streams. When price was $2,000, $1,800, $2,400, $3,000, any price I've talked about this. You know, maybe a goal for ETH is 10 Ethereum, something like that. Just like I've said with Bitcoin or like Solana, other coins, like you got to think about kind of the goal, the number you want to get to, and racing to that goal in a way. Because like the numbers can change significantly. Like think about a couple months ago, your goal is to get to 10 Ethereum, right? In your wallet, 10 Ethereum, 20 Ethereum, 15 Ethereum, 5 Ethereum, whatever it is, right? And now, how do I use Bybit? I know people. I mean, like I've been in the game 11 years, so I'm pretty smart too. I've been in the game a long time, too. All right. Ask me in person. All right. Ask me in person. Ask me in person. Yeah, these next, I got trades on another account. These next trades hit, we'll be good. We locked in. We got whiff. Got long on whiff. It's a big position. It's a pretty fat position. I mean, not for the account size. It's manageable. I mean, it's 10x leverage. Think about like we've had these conversations before with Ethereum and saying like, you know, your goal is to get to 5 Ethereum. Your goal is to get to 10 Ethereum, and it's like I've said that all at these prices, and I say that kind of for a reason because it's like think about that now. 10 Ethereum, the cost of that is quite significant, right? 10 Ethereum, that's a decent amount, right? 10 Ethereum times about $4,500. That's, you know, 4,000, 45,000. I can't do math, you know, $45,000. A couple months ago, though, think about that. Like maybe at, you know, $2,000. The time you may have before it's like price gets to here, right? I wouldn't fade where Ethereum could be going. It might go to $6,000 faster than even I might expect. It might go faster to $5,200, $6,000 range faster than I think. So I wouldn't fade it in the sense of where it could go, especially with everything that's happening. And everything I just said, like the whole MicroStrategy situation, right? With MicroStrategy, now you have Bitmine. I don't even know. Is it Bitmine? I gotta look it up. What is it? Bitmine, right here. Bitmine immersion. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Fucking none of us knew what fucking Bitmine was up here. You know, it's another MicroStrategy. It's another. This is their stock. Bitmine Immersion Technologies, incorporated on the New York Stock Exchange. I'm not trying to give financial advice here. This is not financial advice. This is all educational purposes. This is called BMNR. All right. Now, is this live? Watch what probably happens to this tomorrow or in coming weeks. At end of June, going into July, there was a lot of announcement already pumped. Boom. Keep an eye on this. NFA, not financial advice, but keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on Ethereum. Look, again, going back to what MicroStrategy did when they first adopted like the Bitcoin strategy, that was back in like 2020. I was back in here. You see this spike, this big spike up? That's when this was sort of the beginning of it. A whole MicroStrategy. And that got them a lot of attention. I think this guy knows what he's doing from a strategic standpoint. He's gonna get a lot of eyes on his stock, his company, and Ethereum too. This is gonna get more eyes on Ethereum from an institutional level. We're having these conversations on YouTube. Imagine the conversations that are happening in, these, when they go out to dinner, when they go in their meeting rooms, on their floors, their trading floors, their business meetings, right? Their monthly reports, their weekly reports, all their data and the research, right? And there's a lot of types of there's different conversations at very high levels happening in the world around this space. And you guys shouldn't be shocked when I say that with all the research we do on these live streams, all right? When I say that, I continue that with, you guys shouldn't be shocked when I say that with the amount of research and stuff we've done on these live streams. Are we surprised, or are we do we see the curve bending the way we've expected it to, right? Are we shocked? Maybe the speed might be shocking us, but if you know Ethereum, it's always been number 2. And even when it was here, when everyone was saying it was dead, it was still number 2, right? It's still number 2. Right? So, I mean, the speed, the price, we already knew it was undervalued to Bitcoin. We already knew Ethereum was undervalued to Bitcoin. This chart's picking up. Ethereum dominance is significantly increasing to Bitcoin dominance, but there's still a lot of demand around Bitcoin because of what it is, how it works. You're not just going to see Bitcoin crash, but you're going to see days like this where you have Bitcoin just kind of up a steady percentage, and you have Solana and Ethereum up about 6%, right? Ondo, look at Ondo. So you'll see days like this where it's like, okay, Bitcoin's not exploding in price, stabilized more so, stability, conversion into others, cheaper, quantity, because if you're taking quantity of Bitcoin and if you have 1,000 Bitcoin and you're converting the quantity at that point to some of these other coins, right, gets you way more of those coins. Like if you're a whale and you have 1,000 Bitcoin and this person has 500 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin, there's people that are taking portions of their Bitcoin and rotating. It's called rotation of capital. All right. So this is a phase where you start to see rotation of capital from an asset that holds value, that can store a lot of value and can be converted in units, right? Very, very small fractional units to the decimal, right? Point, right? If you think about, if you have 1,000 Bitcoin and you take one of those Bitcoin, or you take 10 of those Bitcoin and you bring it to ETH, you bring it to Solana, and that goes up a significant percentage. It's a rotating point in the market. We can see it, but it's been like this now for like a bit. Like, we've seen days like this more than once if you've been paying attention and keeping up. Yeah, so Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Ethereum was in a bear market versus Bitcoin. And many will say it was undervalued. So if Ethereum here, that was in May, July, Ethereum was already at $4,000 before it was very low to Bitcoin. It already hit, it's already hit $4,000 before it came this low. And now it's pushed up, not even back to where, like, it's coming back to levels where price has been at a fair value. There's room for, basically, one of the points I'm getting to here is with this chart, if you can kind of understand where like Ethereum's been and it was in price and market sentiment, where this chart is, there's room for Ethereum to go up in price because of where price was in here too at times. If this chart, and it could, I mean, if we look historically, it can go up fast. And the faster it goes, the faster like it ends in a way. Like, if it goes rapidly fast, like if in 2 months this thing's at $8,000, $10,000, like, get out type of thing. Like, if it goes fast, like the market could go faster than we expect in these types of stages. Last thing you want to get caught is like holding a bag too long. Could be a stage where in like 2-3 months the market's making its peak on Bitcoin towards like 2026, or like, if you look historically, like, it's months of going up rapidly. Like the bull, when the bull's in, it can go can go much quicker, and you might see a time where it's just two months just straight ripping, 3 months, and those are always great times to take profit when the market is ripping. If the market's giving you 2-3 months of ripping, you never want to get caught holding on a bag. I wouldn't say it's alt season, but obviously you could see signs of capital rotation happening. It's not alt season. I would say alt season comes when this goes higher. When this starts to go back to like some historical higher levels, that's when you're getting closer to alt season. But yeah, you're seeing some big news. I think like it's kind of non-stop. The new, like, it's kind of just like very excessive. So this is a chart everyone's paying attention to right now. Is M2 money supply. It's basically predicting Bitcoin could kind of hit 130 soon, but maybe like 150 by the end of the year, 170 max by end of the year. Maybe towards like 2026. M2 money supply has been still on that same trend. I don't know if any of you guys remember back in March, April. We were paying attention to M2 money supply down here. Anyone remember? Inner circle. Anybody who's been in my inner circle should remember. What do I think about CRO? Good coin. I'm up on it, actually, because I got it around like 8-9 cents, and it pretty much like doubled. CRO's good altcoin. Crypto.com. Trump's behind that too. Trump's invested in crypto.com on a business standpoint. From a infrastructure, business, real estate, that type of standpoint. Like he's invested in that brand because of what it is, where they are. Like they have arenas. So they have arenas. They sponsor a lot of sports teams. So I know Trump's invested in that infrastructure behind it. The fact that they have locate crypto.com arena and they have these, like he's invested in that. I've done my research. M2 money supply is up. I would be upset if any of you guys don't remember when we were looking at this when Bitcoin was $80,000, $90,000 a coin. I would be upset if any of you guys don't remember. Yeah, so it looks like we're in like the green stage for Bitcoin. Like I don't know. Some people are calling crazy prices. I'm using time as like where the market is at a certain time of the year. I think towards the end of the year, like 2026, so like maybe November, it'll be interesting to see where prices are before 2026. But yeah, we're got some good news. What else we got here? Yeah, Trump's been signing bills about crypto, if you didn't know. Banks in El Salvador are rolling out XRP services. World Liberty is going to inject 1.5 billion in Nasdaq listed Alt 5 Sigma via 7% of its total token supply. There's a Nasdaq listed Alt 5 Sigma. World Liberty is basically going to be injecting money into some altcoins. 1.5 billion worth. El Salvador's banks apparently are offering XRP services now. I mean, they were free country. I mean, they're much more free country to do as they will, as they please. They got a good leader. They were the first to adopt the Bitcoin treasury strategy country-wise, basically, if you think about it, how they approached it, like their approach to it. They weren't the first country to hold Bitcoin, but like how their approach to it as a treasury. Yeah, apparently El Salvador is offering XRP services, and El Salvador also just opened the first Bitcoin bank. U.S. government plans to purchase 600 billion worth of Bitcoin. Apparently, a lot of these are true. Like they come from good sources. This is maybe an apparently. I just saw this last night and I was like, what the F? I mean, apparently Trump is going forward with the whole reserve plan to buy 200,000 Bitcoin. They want to buy 1 million Bitcoin. That's what Cynthia Loomis's bill goes into, is buying 1 billion Bitcoin, up to 1 billion Bitcoin. If you guys know Cynthia Loomis's Bitcoin Act, we've talked about it, so any OGs here know what I'm talking about. Her bill states to acquire 200,000 Bitcoin annually at whatever cost. I'm gonna go pick. Put my watch on. I'm gonna go pick up a new piece. I bought a new watch. I took some, like, just on this trade here, this position. Look at the average cost, 18.25, fam. Hold or fold, all right? That's the name of the game. Hold or fold. I already sold. This was actually a bigger position. I already sold 25 Ethereum, around $3,900. Honestly, I shouldn't have sold that 25. I sold 25 Ethereum already from this. So, kind of sucks, but can't go wrong taking a bag. It was like $86,000 worth of Ethereum I sold already. So this would be up more. It would be worth like probably like 320,000 right now total, and be up like 180K, but didn't miss out on profit, secured some profit. Basically, Still holding the position. I mean, the profit. I think once the Bitcoin profit gets to like 70, I don't think it's there yet. I looked into that as well, and I saw a video on that. Like there's one more leg up for Bitcoin. One more big higher price, like 130, 150. Because now we could see ETH season starting. Ethereum season starting. This is fucking sexy. This is how you do it, folks. This is how you do it. One position. This is a big position, obviously, but like patience. We don't get opportunities like this every day, right? Like we're not gonna get opportunities like that every single day. So it's kind of conviction too. It's a lot of conviction and experience. It's when opportunity. It's a mixture of a lot of things. Like when you've missed out on things, when you've been in the game so long and you've seen so many movements in price, even when you've missed out on things and you've just seen things move, like it prepares you for that opportunity when it comes again. Like let's say for those of you guys that missed this fucking buying opportunity, now you know for next year, 2 years from now, 4 years from now, whatever it is, what a real opportunity looks like, right? Because it's like most people chase price every day. I mean, that's accumulation. If like there's ways to do things every day. If you're accumulating, like if you've been accumulating Ethereum every day for the last 100 days, you're good, right? If you've been accumulating Ethereum for the last year, you're good. The last 2 years, you're good. The last 3 years, you're good. Whatever it is, however you look at it. If you've been accumulating Ethereum for the last 2-3 months, the last 6 months, whatever kind of angle, right? There's assets like that, like Bitcoin. If you've been accumulating Bitcoin for the last 6 months, year, 2 years, year and a half, whatever it is, right? People fail in crypto because they're accumulating the wrong things, as if they're accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're accumulating altcoins all the time, right? Which altcoins aren't bad. They're good to have. Or meme coins or any coin. I mean, yo, look at Jasmy, 14% today. Even Jasmy's not a good coin to accumulate all the time. If you're like there's coins that if you accumulate all the time, you got to get out of them when they pump. And you got to go to the real ones that you want to hold. There's holders, things we can accumulate. I look at them as vehicles. Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana, XRP. That's that. Literally, it's a wide narrow for it's a narrow debate for the ones that are like you can accumulate all the time and they'll probably still have a value and pump, right? The market's shown us that with Bitcoin already. It's shown us that with Bitcoin through its time. It's shown us that with XRP now through its time. It's showing that with ETH through its time. Solana, right? What about Chainlink? Chainlink's doing really well. I'm not like, it's pretty impressive actually how Chainlink's performing. Ondo's actually doing good today. Chainlink is pretty it's pretty impressive. Yo, it might be a good year for link holders. If you're a link holder, might be a good year. At these prices buying, I don't know, like I don't know. I've been a holder at lower prices. You're talking to someone who bought Chainlink when it was like 50 cents. So I've been a Chainlink holder since the dinosaur of it. I think I bought a coin back in the day and it was on Binance when we could use Binance in Canada. Because I bought like Nexo or something, I got like free Chainlink or something. What a time I was in. Talking from the dinosaur age. I bought Chainlink in here. So you're talking, like, if you're asking me, like, I've always been a buyer of Chainlink. $23 though? I don't think I've bought it this high though. I was buying it in here. I was buying it back in those days. Pretty impressive though. Price action on Chainlink might be. There's anytime I talk like that, there's a feeling there. Like Litecoin, like the way I was talking about Litecoin. Now look at Litecoin. There's a feeling I have with Litecoin too. Right. Target for Solana. 300, then $400. I think like I've always said 400. I don't think a lot of us expected it to get to 300 that fast. Oh, it did. $300-$400. If you're looking at like, okay, something that's more realistic. Like I'm not gonna say $1,200 like most people. Most people have targets of like 750, 1,200 range. That could happen. But I think if you're looking to take profit and take some profit off the table, maybe hold some 300, between 300, 350, $400 is like when I would start getting out, selling, taking some profits. Like not financial advice, but it makes sense. And then leave some maybe for like longer targets if it goes to 500 or 700, some of those prices that people call out longer term. I think 400 it'll go to, which is like if you're looking at the movement it has to do to get there, like that's pretty big. Let's go whiff. Woof woof. That's back and whiff. Back and whiff. What's gold doing? We got time to look at gold this afternoon. It did the pullback. I think it's setting up for buys. It wants to find buys. The dollar tanked today. It did flip. It did a nice flip on the 4 hour. Like, what do you know? Like, it literally flipped on the 4 hour. I think any dips this week are just like any dips are turning into buys, even if it takes out lows. If it takes out the lows, it's turning into buys. I think it's setting up for a move maybe tonight. Back in whiff, back in my dog. If it hits $1.20, $25,000. Well, that's with 50% being taken. Like it'll be up $40,000 at $1.20. Oh, what am I gonna do after that? Let's see. The last trade you guys saw was live. It was up 10,000. Came back to entry, closed it. A little bit of profit, not a lot. Round two. It's at 96 cents. I'm targeting 120, 130 on this dog. 120, 130. Around there. You'll see. If you see here, the profit at 120, that's 40 G's. That's 120, 130, 53 G's. It's got a nice zone. I'll show you. Like it's not like we waited for it to come down here. Like on the weekly, it's still below $1. But if you look at the weekly, like there was a big accumulation here. And you can see how the structure played out. It broke, came to these highs, pulled back, made a nice low here, went up. So when you look at like this area, it has a nice area here on these two candles. Order block there, big one. So from there, to here, you have a nice high made. Nice swing up. That's pushed up. So we've gotten a pretty decent retracement from there. Like price has fallen almost 40% from the high here. Still below $1. That's like a prime number to be buying below. It came to 75 cents down here. It's holding the 90s. Last week had a rejection candle. So I'm trying to see if this week can continue last week's momentum and give a bullish candle. And if it can hold the candlestick structure. Pax G. Yeah, that's a good question. That's actually smart. That's a smart question. I like that question. Good on ya, All Star. I got chain. I have a lot of chain link. Actually, probably more chain link than all of y'all put together. Sorry, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, early adopter. The lowest price I've gotten at Chainlink was probably between $5-10. But yeah, I got a lot of Chainlink, probably like 5,000 Chainlink now. Early Chainlink adopter. Hopefully Chainlink's the next Ethereum. On one account, I have 3,145 Chainlink. To be exact, I just looked. Holder, yeah, talk about hold, eh? That's like $80,000 worth at these prices. So you need Chainlink, $50, $60. Chainlink's been around for a while, and I've talked about it. I like that coin because there is a lot of good news around it, and it's been around for a while. Gold looks like accumulation. It dipped this morning, but it found buys. Now it's trying to go. It's back above that zone where there was support here. There was a lot of support here, you can see. So the rate back above that zone. Any dips like this morning, like tomorrow, if you get another dip, it'll probably do the same thing. I need buy the dips. I was really hoping this, like when I got off, it was going to come to 33.30, a little bit lower, but I was trying to be too precise here. Should have just bounced off those highs. It literally flung right back up. 55. It's having a hard time breaking that 55 and holding 50. It's consolidating around 50, below it, finding buys below it. And then moves like this, wouldn't be surprised if, you know, like, don't be surprised by moves like that. That's how gold finds. You got to get used to gold's behavior like that. That's where, like, if it's ever in a situation where it's like, okay, you see buys and you see like a buy setup and it doesn't stick, the market goes lower. Typically, like, you'll typically know like the next buy will come after. Like, to be like prepared with gold's type of price action, like if it's in a downtrending market, you may see an early buy, or it might be an early buy, but there could be another buy reaction shortly after that is similar to the buy you were looking at, the type of movement, type of gold behavior that it can make. Like, there was nice buys this morning, like kind of in here, coming into New York hours, maybe a bit later. There was that pump we saw. It pumped up like crazy this morning. There were some buys coming into it, and then it went down for one more dip, and you know, you had that like 1030 range come in, more in the kill zone. That's common gold behavior. Nothing to really get scared of, and so much switch your bias. Like, it's not like, if you have a good bias and you're confident with your bias, you're bullish, there can always be a recovery setup or something that you consider a second entry even with the same bias, because usually gold will do it, like, it will usually behave like it did today. And like, you might have a strong bullish bias, strong bullish case on it, and when you see moves like this happen on gold that maybe ruin your bias, or the trade you see don't play out with the trade you see, it's not always to just jump quickly and switch your bias. Like, the next trade could be there shortly after a recovery. It is common behavior with it though. Like, it can get wild with that, but you will see times where it's like, okay, maybe it's coming into New York hours and it's like you see a good buy and it pumps, it gives you some buy, but then it's like, oh, it dumps down, it forms another buy after. So it could be like expecting that type of behavior at times. Like, that is pretty normal with it for it to do that. It's not always like switch your bias, like, oh my gosh, sells are happening. It's like, okay, there could be another entry or another bounce. Like, I call them bounces a lot, where it's gonna go for another bounce. It can act like just the concept of, okay, there's a buy, but then it raids the lows and then another buy comes. It's coming back in the zone. ICP is pumping. Someone said, let's check it out. How's ICP looking? Yeah, that should follow. That's Ethereum. That has some, you know, some base, like some correlation to ETH. Like this should pick up. Like Jasmine. See what Jasmine's doing? Jasmine's doing nice. Jasmine's one that, like, in an Ethereum season, an alt season will pump. Jasmine's up 14% today. Fuck, I should have held my Jasmine trade. I had a Jasmine trade. Oh my gosh, I would have made $7,000. Oh well. It took $1,800. Fucking whiff. Let's go. Oh. Is this the one? Is this the holder? I'm trying to get a bagger on whiff. We've gotten we had 3 good trades on whiff. There was like a $24,000 one. Some of you guys seen the one. I gotta go back. I still have some videos to up. I still have I'm uploading a full course, by the way, in September for the inner circle. Yeah, ICP's still low. Like when you look at it, it's still not like pumping. Like on the weekly structure with the candles, yeah, it's following like last week's movement. Basically, you see how like ICP looks like right now? It's sort of like pumping, like following last week's candle. Or Jasmine. Jasmine's a good example. Jasmine see how Jasmine looks? See the weekly candle, how it rejected here? And now this week's pumping? That's how I'm looking at whiff. See that? Yeah, whiff's moving. Well, it closed. I don't know, man. It's playing. Gold's been wild lately. It looks like it could close above 33.50. Like I think because of what it did this morning, it's more solidified now because it not only did it wick up, it wicked down before it wicked up. Like it pumped up before it pumped down too. They didn't just drive down and then it wicked up too. So it does look like accumulation. It looks like it's trying to close above 33.50. Yeah. Trust. If we came to 33.30, 33.25, fuck. I was getting ready for that. I was trying to. It was wild today. Fast. Almost came to 25 today. Yeah, 50 might hold. There's choppy price action. Wicks on the top. A lot of choppy price action going on with gold. Not the cleanest behavior here. Yeah, not the cleanest going on. Like with gold, there was that big wick down though that rejected at like 33.40. It looks like it's just consolidating between literally like 33.40, a bit lower. You could see it's not the cleanest price action going on with gold right now. It to me is trying to find a support. 33.50 is like the price it's trying to level with, and below that 33.25 would have been nice if we just came down there. Ethereum's ripping right now, 3,500, about a bit. Yeah, market's moving. Looks like it's crypto season. What if they're just selling off all the gold and they're slowly selling off the gold and putting it into crypto? I mean, I wouldn't mind that. They should just like take 1 trillion off, 2 trillion off, a couple trillion off gold real quick, and just off its market cap. To me, this pattern, like we've seen this before, like the lows, looks like accumulation breaking up. Yeah, whiff's moving a bit. 97. This is a hold though. I'm holding this until I want to see if it can go to. Let's like. Well, I know it'll probably go to $1.15, but I'm trying to target like $1.20, $1.30. Don't need to find a lot of trades if that target gets hit. If that hits $1.30, $1.20, pretty good on one trade, you know. Pretty good. So I've been trading a lot of crypto because it's crypto season. If you haven't noticed, I guess it's Ethereum season though. Silver even flipped. Like silver moved strong. Silver had a nice like more support made. Doesn't look like it's gonna close above 33.50 right now. It looks like it's still gonna like stall, consolidate, maybe come to 45 or 40 area. You have the low, so it could come down to like it could go down to 40. Like it already tried to go to like 45 right there. 45, 40 area. Or you have the low down here. I think it's trying to get above 33.50, but we've been literally we watched it try. I think it's trying to get above that 33.50. ICP finally pumping a bit. Yeah. Not too excited yet. No, yeah. A good day. Yeah. If we look at the chart, like, oh yeah, the day, you know, nice friggin' pump there. It's low in accumulation though. See that? It's low. It's still low. I think that will eventually pick up. Like the farther ETH goes, like ETH, it's clearly ETH season. Holy, look at the candlesticks on Ethereum right now. Holy smokes. Yeah, like ETH is, you know, there's that breakout happening on the monthly. This is interesting. If the US announces they're purchasing, they're probably silently purchasing a bill to replace Fed now with the next gen payment system approved, powered by XRP. Yeah, if you didn't know the whole battle between the SEC and Ripple, it's over. It's over. Look, Trump. Someone asked about CRO. See, Trump Media files amend S1 naming Crypto.com as their custodian for the Truth Social Bitcoin ETF. There's something with CRO, Crypto.com, Trump there. You can look into it. 8,000. This is a good chart. Yeah, I agree with this chart. This makes sense for my that makes sense from my years of chart seeing. That makes sense. I mean, it's been in a 4 year, like this has been a 5 year triangle pattern. We already saw that. Yeah, Ripple, XRP in Russia, XRP in El Salvador. Updated its treasury management report. Chainlink has hit new all-time high of total value secured. That is good. That's what happened to Solana before it started ripping. That's good. Yeah, we finally got our Ethereum Michael Saylor. Bitmine wants to see. Bitmine Immersion Technologies up to 20 billion. Interesting. Interesting development today, folks. Yeah, whiff. Like I'm kind of looking, like see how Jasmy, like you can follow even weekly candles. There's times where like Jasmy had a nice weekly close here. I think I went over this chart yesterday too, to be honest. I literally think I talked about this on the last stream I did, and whiff as well. Like if you look at Jasmy's candle last week, look at the weekly structure here. Like, get a pump up. The candlesticks like are clean from the candlestick from last week is clean. So it's like at times you could literally understand like the weekly flow, like with a weekly direction. It's like, okay, if there's a strong enough close or a strong enough candle or coming from a pullback, you can see here the market's had a nice pullback. This is the current candle like that we're on for Jasmy, but look at last week's candle, right? So there could be times where the market's in a good pullback state, a right coin, XRP. XRP had a bullish candle last week. You can see this week pumped a bit. Ondo's a good one. There's some coins that moved from last week's close. Chainlink. I look like Polkadot had a close bullish last week. This week's already going up. The more you see it, like what I'm showing you, it makes more sense. Like, so whiff, you could see dog whiff hat had a nice weekly close last week in the 90s, lower 90s. It punched up, broke above $1. It hit $1.03. So there's like resistance above it at $1.03. But following the weekly, I want to see what this weekly can do. If it can push up, if it can break $1. Following the weekly more. Well, Solana, if you're trading Solana, you're marking Solana out. You can mark out like every five, kind of like gold. Like if you put every $5 on Solana, right? Yeah, a little bit there on the whiff. If you put every $5, let's say on Sol, for example. So that would be numbers like 185, 190, 180, 175. Numbers like that. I'll screenshot this one. So $5, for example. We similar to what we do with gold. Same thing, basically. If we're every $5, it's numbers like that: 185, 180, 175. These are good prices to kind of keep marked. Good grids on the chart. The market doesn't always respect them 100%. It's like areas. They're lower prices, better prices, right? We can use price to give us context on our charts of where we are, especially depending on where we are on the chart, like what move we did, where we came from. So like if you like marking Sol and you want, like if you like, one thing I've always paid attention to is price too when I trade. If you look at Solana, for example, you can see like 185, there's resistance. So like there was some nice trading at 180 for buys. There was some sells at 185, but look at 180. For example, like here, you can see some nice buys in 180. And then we broke underneath 180 and we kind of punched through it, but then came down to 175 today, coming into today. So like if you're maybe Solana, you could like, it's respective to prices too. Like they could be areas of interest. Again, like I said, like it helps give you more context on the chart where you are. So every $5, like we're making a pretty big move from 175 here on Solana. If you look at the zone there, pretty decent move from, like I said, 175. What's gold at? 48, 49. Yeah, gold's gonna chop around probably for a bit. We're gonna go back to it. Yeah, like Sol. Let's see, we came down. Prices can jump. Where do price like? I've studied price for years, so I've seen these. I've seen a lot of movements off of price, so I understand more of what I'm talking about. Obviously, when it comes to like these whole numbers. Right now, the market's like Ethereum's bullish, Bitcoin's bullish, so it's like all the buys are pretty much sticking around the prices. Like you can see a nice buy here at 175. It's still ripping up a good 6%. There was a buy that I talked about back like over here at like 160. Like yeah, literally on live that was a $90,000 trade, if you guys remember. Literally, it was a $90,000 trade over here. I went over it on live stream as well. I talked about it on live stream. It's in my trade breakdowns, actually. Oh, I didn't upload the whiff one, did I? I have a whiff video I made I gotta upload. I was on live stream on YouTube when I took, like, when this trade was first taken. That was, like, here. I did a trade breakdown on that trade, 4 videos. That ended up being a closed position of $80,000 on that trade. Then there was another trade that was $81,000. I talked about both of them in one of the videos. But there's the videos I made. There's a 17-minute video, 15-minute video, 12-minute video talking about a similar strategy that I'm going over right now with price. $175. If you watch these cryptos, like, you can understand this stuff, but how you're really gonna understand is by like watching them. Like I could teach you this stuff and be like, look, every $5 it reacts to that, but like you'll just understand more by watching over time and seeing things happen more often. If Solana's the reason I'm in whiff too is Solana. I expect Solana, so Solana's probably gonna play catch up to ETH soon. I bet one of these months, the same excitement around ETH right now, the same like market sentiment that Ethereum is getting right now, soon you're gonna see Solana play catch up to that. Probably one of these months you'll see Solana ripping and stuff. All right. Wow, what a time to be alive though, Ethereum. Look at the price, 4,500. There you go. Probably on the way to 4,800. Yeah, it's probably on the way to 48, 49. Like, pullbacks can happen. It might be hard to time in this market with $20 billion being talked about on like buys, like crazy. Pullbacks can happen the higher price goes up, so you got to think like, okay, like you want a 15 to 20% pullback, but what if your 15 to 20% pullback happens up here? It'll take you relatively to where prices are, could be now, even in a sense. Like if price goes up and then it pulls back, but yeah, like gold analysis should be pretty clear now. It looks like, I mean, we went over it. The zones, basically what I posted in Discord. It almost came down to that. It almost came down to here. Like, that's this again. Same chart. I just don't have the red zone marked. That's this chart. Oh, red zone. It's like here. It's kind of Again, so I'm just going to run down gold before I get off real quick. You can see it's pretty much an accumulation. Looks like price is trying to get back above 33.50. We did take out these lows, guys. Right, so there's a sweep on that. Looks like it looked like this morning it was trying to do market structure shift. And again, it looks like it did that even here. So it could be trying to break out, go higher, or find like a pullback, go higher. That's what, this move is. Like the idea of this is it trying to find a pullback, potentially go higher. Like it's maybe finding a pullback to go higher, finding a pullback to go higher in that area. You can see where we bounced from. Maybe we can bounce again. It could break out. It looks like it's accumulating in that area. We're back in dog. Solana, yeah, east 4,500 right now. So Solana's probably going to be not where it's at for long. Rotation of capital too. Yeah, there's ETH. Yeah, gold should look pretty standard, like accumulation, building up potentially. I think it'll hold that area. Let's go with. Yeah, like Ethereum's hot. Solana, good price, 180s. Good value. But Solana, its highest price is like $300. So there is maybe a bit of a catch up on Solana to come. I gotta do a training like later this month, probably on one of the weekend sessions or nighttime sessions is when I'm gonna do a training on Ethereum and some crypto charts. Marking them, like there's ways to mark your charts, and once you have them marked, if you watch price, you'll see a lot. Like if you mark every $100 on Ethereum, and then you pay attention to the $50 levels and the $25 levels, like every $100 on Ethereum is good. Like we're well above 4,000 now. We got 4,100 down here. So you can mark every $100 on Ethereum. I'm gonna do a training on that this month, and Solana more. There's some good trainings that I'm going to do this month, probably on the nighttime sessions that we have scheduled at like 8:30. We have some 8:30 sessions scheduled for nighttime. Like tomorrow and Thursday we'll be on at night. But there's going to be some sessions I go over this month, marking your crypto charts with the whole numbers, just on a few, like some of the main ones. Not all the crypto charts, just some of the main ones like Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, XRP, maybe WIF. WIF was just like, if you look, WIF, if you put every 5 cents or every 10 cents on WIF, so 90 cents, $1, 95. If you put every 5 cents on dog with hat, you'll see something interesting there. If your eyes can adjust to it, like certain charts, you might be better at your eyes adjusting to certain charts too more with price. Like certain charts might fit your style more, or how they move, or how the price moves, because not every coin moves the same in terms of price or percentage. So some coins are priced differently and move different percentages. You put every 5 cents with dog with hat, or look at like the 10 cents, it can get interesting for entries as well there on that side of things. But like I could show you guys a lot on Ethereum, because I have a lot of experience with that, the most experience with that in Bitcoin. It's pretty easy with Ethereum. The $100, it's really respective to the $100. like 3,400 down here. It's really respective to prices like that. 3,400, 3,500. Again, round numbers. 3,500, especially when it like breaks them, retests. This type of training, I'm gonna save like going over something like this for a full session because we've been on for like a bit now. So when we do this training, it'll be like the full session. We're talking about this, not just gold news. There's a lot I could teach you guys, but you guys always want me to look at gold, so I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff I could teach you guys, but you guys always want me to analyze gold. You guys are never asking questions like that sometimes. You guys are usually just asking, what's gold doing? What's gold doing? Is it a buy? Is it a sell? Is it buy, sell? Where do we put take profit? That's probably the most common question I get is what's gold doing? Is gold a buy? Is gold a sell? Where do we enter? That's the most common question I get. And I've printed a few million in the last couple months on crypto and other stuff. And the most common question I get is like, what's gold doing? Where's gold going? What? Printed $570,000 last month on the charts. Everyone, that's the common question of the day. Damn, Ethereum is not. Yeah, this thing's moving. Habar. I call it Habar. H-bar. Yeah, Hedera graph. I mean, I did talk about it last night, and it's like someone asked me like, what's a good price to buy H-bar at? And it's like, here's the thing where we talk about like what's a good price to buy any coin at that you believe in or that you think's gonna go up. It's like asking what's a good price to buy Ethereum at for the last couple months. So people ask me down here, what's a good price to buy ETH at? People ask here, what's a good price to buy ETH at? People are asking here, what's a good price to buy ETH at? People ask here, what's a good price to ETH at? So it's like, when you're looking at a coin that you think is going to go up long term, it's like, how much of the coins can you get before it goes up to a certain price? Like if H-bar is going to go to 70 cents, how much can I get before it goes to that price, right? Because it's like, the market just fell. The market on H-bar, we talked about last night, just made 140% movement. But then it came down 26%. So it's like the market from here to here is like the buy. If it drops more, it's like you get cheaper. Like right now it's like you're in a bull market, right? For Bitcoin, Ethereum now. So it's like you can't really time when things will just pump 1 month, right? So it's looking at like where is price gonna go to, like when there could be a flash crash, a liquidation event. That's the day where you'll get more coins for cheaper. Like H-bar, I don't know what it's gonna do right now, like with the chart. Like I don't really have analysis on it other than like what I was talking about in like May with it too, like this zone. Same thing I was saying back in like May. The buy zone I was saying for H-bar was 20 cents to 15 cents back in May. So I was saying H-bar, if you can get it between 20 and 15 cents, that's good. That's what I was saying back in May. That's still good. Now you have to adjust your zones. Now it's like you're at 25 cents. So your buy zone's between 25 cents and 20 cents. Or if it can go back between 20 and 15, you have a better price. But, you know, like we were looking back in May at this area. I was saying back in May, between 20 and 15 cents is a good area for H-bar. And that's where it could go back to it. I was saying this back in May. I even have like the chart in my Discord, in my inner circle. That's where it could, you know, get the pump from. It's pumped at a point when something pumps, you want to find those 20% dips, those 15% dips, those 30% pullbacks if they can give you them. Right? So it's like what can this do? The buy zone was between 15 and 20 cents. Can it go back there? I don't know, maybe. If it can, that's a great buy zone. right? Maybe for cheaper. It looks like right now it's finding support here. Like it's looking more bullish, right? And we broke out of this already. Talked about that. The chart says more bullish to me because me, like, I'm at the point now where I'm like just in for the ride on everything. I'm here for the ride. Like, let it go. Like, pump our crypto bags. U.S. government, Donald Trump, Tom Lee, Mike. Like, here it's kind of like at a point where it's like in for the ride. If you can find cheaper prices, find them with the opportunities that the market will give you in the next month or two, maybe. Because like things, you've seen how some charts have moved and things can just pump. H bar maybe could hover above 20 cents. Like that 15 to 20 cent zone was kind of a key area. It could maybe hover above there, but long term, it's like I've said, poised to go up long term. However long that takes and however it does it. Long term, that's a chart that we know is a good coin long to go up. Gold might be gold's both buy and sell. Probably it's probably a buy and a sell. You know, you sell it, buy it, hedge it. It's pretty much in the zone. Take it for what you need, guys. Like I'm giving you guys the analysis of it. What I see. This is it. This is what I see. If you agree with it, if it fits your analysis, that might. If it doesn't, maybe if it's something you don't really, if you don't see, like this should be clear. You know, it should be like clear. Should be clear. I'll get my new watch. I'm getting a new watch. I'm getting another one. I'm keeping this one. And I'm not, yeah. Getting another watch. I know. It's like savings. It's like good savings. It's better than savings, actually. Because, they're nice. I like watches. New watch loading. Thanks to crypto. Thanks to fucking crypto. The crypto pump. Now I'm converting the crypto to something that won't go, you know, something that can hold some value too. Watches are down. Watches have come down too. Like retail prices, like a lot of watches came like on the gray market to retail prices. You can find them decent compared to where they were. Eyes on the chart, y'all. Keep your eyes glued. I gave y'all the chart. I gave y'all the chart like an hour ago or something. All right? Look at it. Look what it's doing. It's setting up. Hopefully it pumps up tonight. Look at it. It's following the thing. All right? You see that? It's going. It's getting in the area. You could, that's what, like, I like to buy around areas, multiple positions, because, like, usually gold can work in, like, these zones. It's like, nice little $5 areas are pretty good for gold. It's coming. See, I gave you all, it's coming to the area. Gold can work in areas, like it might respect 45. It might not, like it could still stay respective to the area. Like we could see there's support here. All right. A lot of support. It could still stay respective to the area. It doesn't have to touch 40. It could make the bullish move. It doesn't have to come down to 40. It could still make that bullish move, like that breakout up that we're expecting. What is on my tooth? Oh yeah. Gotta floss. So yeah, it's in the zone. It's in the zone. Fucking ETH. It's getting there. 1 minute. 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 pretty much in the zone. I want to see Solana just rip. Solana, it looks like it's in a trend. Like, what? Like how? Okay, yeah, literally. Like from here, low, high. It's not like it's pretty gradual up, and then there was a big move at the end. Same here. Like this trended. Nice. These are two nice trends. These videos, I break it all down in these videos here. If this can hold, if this low can hold, and it just kind of, you know, we could be potentially going into like one of these moves on Sol. Up. We got an up move. That one looks bigger than the second one, so you could like kind of average it down a bit. Yeah, see, it looks bigger than the second one, so size of the second one there. Maybe average it down a bit. Might be in wave formation here. Might be in wave, like you got one wave up, retracement, next wave up. So if we did just do waves on this, like Elliott wave, you got here 0, 1, 2, 3. This might be 4 going into that 5th extension to complete maybe a 5-wave structure. Who's someone calling me on Instagram, eh? That's personal. Someone's calling me on Instagram. That's personal. That's like whoa. That's yo. Whew. That's too yo. Chill, fam. That's like trying to come into my house, yo. Or, yo, I don't know, man. Yeah, who calls someone on Instagram? It's gotta be like call your girlfriend or your best friend. I don't know, man. Who is that? Wait. Gotta watch out with those kind of people. Right? Calling on Instagram, you know. That's rare. Instagram voice code. Who does that? It's like, just message me. You don't have to call me. Who calls on it? That's like violation. Calling someone on Instagram, video calling someone on Instagram. Like, Instagram's for pictures, all right? A little bit caught. That's like violation right there. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, whoa. Felt violated there. That's not normal, no? I mean, sweating, yo. Who are they? Who does that? No. Anyone know what I'm talking about? It can't just be me, yo. It can't just be me. Anyone can relate? Anyone know how I'm feeling right now? Like, anyone know what I'm talking about? I can't be alone. I just got scared there. Yeah, if you look left, like look at all, like it's made bullish moves from here. One bullish move, bullish move, bullish move, bullish move, bullish move. You can see the bullish move, so it could bullish move, breakout, like we got potential buys. Like it could be looking like it might want to rip up. Yeah, oh yeah, like green bubbles. You gotta watch out for those people. That's shit, yo. Let's see what his username is. I'm Joker. What's his name? His name is. Let me give him a follow back. I can't pronounce it. Never mind. right. Just checked out bros, bro. I'm gonna follow bro back. I'll give bro a follow back. I'll give bro a follow back. Yo. Trust. Is that weird to get a video call on Instagram? Because that never happens. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. If you're on YouTube, bro, so I love the profile. Amazing profile. Love the content. If you're on stream with us, love it. Good stuff. It's a vibe. If you're watching, I just vibed, alright? Just got me on a vibe. I'm about to go to the gym now. You just fired me up, alright? That was like some good pre-workout. Yeah, it's trying to hold the zone, alright? One more time, guys, before I get off. Support. Looks like a big accumulation happening on gold. If bro's on the live stream, that was me vibing, alright? That was no disrespect. That was me straight out vibing to the jams. Alright? I was just literally vibing to it. Alright? It was good vibes. I think we all were vibing there in the chat. I think everybody was enjoying that too. So just in case, just in case, Yeah, look, like it's given like 8 bullish moves from here. One up, twat, cat, saint, see, yeah, we nerf. So potentially next extension coming. You got the low, you got the high. If I get on tonight or tomorrow and it goes up, I'm gonna everything that I said happens. I'm gonna be like, guys, you pay attention. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't go down. All right. Now that I say that, you got the low, you got the high. Could be trying to go for another extension up. Is it trying? Yeah, 33. It's trying 30. Like I said, it's trying to get above that 33.50. But yeah, we've been on. Notice how I said I wasn't gonna go back to streaming a lot, and I've streamed like 4 hours today. Look at that. I'm probably gonna be on tonight too. First, I'm gonna go to the gym. I gotta kick the bag. I haven't done some kicks in a while, so I gotta kick it a good amount of times today. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of kicks tonight. A lot of kicks. Lots of kicks. Lots of kicks tonight. Alright. Bro's just calling. Maybe bro just wanted to check up on me, He was asking about trading. He was saying, what kind of ring is this, my friend? Talking about the inner circle. Can you help me? I need $1,000 to start my life over. I've had bad luck. Oh my gosh. I'm not even capping right now. I'll teach you, I said. Crypto and trading. Yeah. He said, hello, my friend. Can you help me? I need $1,000 to start my life over. I've had bad luck. I'll tell you about bad luck. Let me tell you about bad luck, right? Let me tell you about bad luck. If you can't solve $1,000 problem, what makes you think you're gonna be able to solve a 6-figure problem, my friend? Come on. If you can't solve a $1,000 problem, what makes you think you're gonna solve $10,000, $100,000? You realize more money you make, more problems. More money you make, more people will be asking you for money, more things more people you have to take care of, more responsibilities you'll have too with your family, like everything. It goes higher along the way. More money, more problems. All right. Damn, bro. All right. Maybe just send them like baby pips or YouTube, you know? Send them a YouTube, watch some, learn trading. Buy dog with hat. Buy dog with hat. I don't know, man. Shit. Yeah, yo, looks like it's going to break up. Afternoon volume might come in. You got the low to the high there. That's about a 50% retracement there from the fib. You could see it's almost about a 50%er retracement. It might be trying to break out to the upside from the looks of things. Enter position. Oh, I'm full margin on her. Did you guys hear that? Did anyone hear that? Listen. I gotta reload it. I'm in gold. If you want to know, I was in a fucking drawdown. Like it's not been a fun morning. Let's just say, it was not a fun time this morning. So that sound should tell you everything right now. Yeah, that sound should tell you everything. Wish me luck. Wish everyone good luck. To that being said. With that being said, good luck. Wish me good luck. If anything, dog with hat will cover it. So, yeah, I mean, bro, it's at the 33.50 again. Like, I was trying to put another entry there. Bro, what is in my tooth? There's something in my tooth. It's bugging me now. But yeah, guys, I got important DM I gotta get back to here. Got important messages. I got important video call I gotta get to. I'm joking. I gotta go though. I gotta go. How long we been on? 2 hours? About. Yeah, it's the market's usually kind of just steady right now, but probably a lot of times it'll pump the last 2 hours of the day. You got the low high here, potentially like a lower low, like a more of like a higher low, I mean, being made here. Looks like a good move happening. It's kind of going for, oh wait, it didn't tag everyone. I've been following this thing since that candle went. I was like, all right, wait for pullbacks. If it doesn't go, if this doesn't hit, it's the same thing I'm saying this morning. If this setup doesn't hit tomorrow morning, probably gonna sound like this. It's tomorrow morning. It's probably if this setup doesn't hit tomorrow morning, it's more that tomorrow morning. You guys don't even want to see what I'm looking at right now. Might throw up. This guy, man. This guy.
This is what... Your book, isn't it?
It's like, it's sometimes there's not a fine balance of things. It's like gold's giving me a hard time. Dog with hat, like probably the easiest $5,000 I've made in a day. Like if I close it, or 4,500 if I close it. Literally, crypto's just exploding. Sometimes there's a balance. It's like one thing's hoorah. This one's giving me a hard time. The force. No, I actually hate it sometimes because like I'll have banging weeks with crypto and then gold will be like, what the fuck? And then opposite. It was like up 5,200 before, remember? That was like the easiest 5K. And then gold just There was clean buys this morning coming into New York session, coming into New York hours. Same thing I did yesterday. Yesterday, there's like buys coming into New York. So like, if this setup doesn't hit, expect probably buys coming into New York tomorrow. I swear, for my life is like that. It's never like, it's a fine balance between both. So when crypto's going down, it's like it's like crypto has a bad day, flushes out, get liquidated, liquidation event in the market. One of those weeks where it's like all bloody in the streets. It's not even a fine balance at that point sometimes, because I'll have like a good week with gold, $5,000-$10,000 week with gold, maybe more or less. And then my crypto portfolio will be down $250,000 on the day. I have a $10,000 day with gold. I'm like, oh, great. Like, so that sounds beautiful. I know, I hate that sound too. I fucking hate that sound. Oh, well, I'm on 1 to 200 leverage. Yeah, obviously, freaking whiff just freaking. Gold will give us a buy. Watch one. Like, if it does it on this setup, it'll give us one day where it just rips. It's trying though. We can see there's signs like it's trying to close above 33.50 clearly. It's tried to break it like 6 times, 7. Keep an eye on it. Obviously, we got whiff just ripping right now. It looks like Sol is probably. I feel like something tells me now it's Sol is gonna eventually be like, oh my god, like everyone like ETH right now is like, holy shit, fucking Ethereum, like. I feel like Sol will eventually, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Did we hit? Is this the first time hitting the 5? I want to see it like 50. I need like at least 20, 30. Yeah, no. I'm not, these trades. I don't even watch them all the time. I'm showing you guys. Like I'm not gonna look at this probably until tomorrow or London session. Or look at it. Like I'll check up on it because obviously I'm watching. I could watch price. Like I go on Coin Market Cap and I look at the price and I know. So I don't even try to watch these types of trades because like. The more you watch it, it's more you're prone to closing it. Like most these types of trades, most of the time I close them early when I watch them so much. Like it won't get to the 30K, 40K, 50K profit if I'm constantly watching it. Because when I see it at 15 or 12, I'll probably close it if I'm constantly watching it or see little. I like to check up on it. I know the price. And with crypto, it's like when you're in like a good swing market, it's like you hold things and you. I like to come to it throughout the day or the next day. Think about like trading like this is pretty much like it's like you're holding the coin. Like I'm trying to hold the coin at the same time. Like I have 148,000 whiff here. Fuck, if I could hold that to $2, like shit, like that would be insane, right? That would be 100 and let me see. Because that's partial profits, I think. That would be $160,000 profit if I were to hold it to $2, right? So I think of it like, okay, I'm holding a big quantity of this coin, $148,000 bought at 148,000 coins bought at that price. So I try to hold. Watch gold. Crypto course loading. I already have some videos on crypto in the classroom for Inner Circle. There's more loading September. Told you guys July 7th. The crypto course will be finished like in September. They're hard when you're seeing big numbers. It can be hard. Cause think about it. That Solana trade that closed $81,000. Like if I just kept holding it, it would have came back to it would have went below the entry. So it's like, like at times you can miss out on a bag trying to hold things for too long, or price might be going against you. That Solana trade, like if I just held those with that mentality, think about it, it would have missed. Like it came back to the same entry. So like sometimes it's not always worth it. Like, and yeah, you can miss out on profit, but more trades you're taking, it's like the more situations you're gonna be in where it pumps and probably comes back to your entry. See, 161 closed at 190. Imagine if I just held it, like closed at 190. Missed out on $20,000 extra profit. I think more. Closed at 190, but imagine if it was just held. Would have been like, would have been up to the same 80,000. Same trade, literally would have been the same trade. Oh man, would have had another. That's another $80,000 could have been if I took the same trade. Let's go whiff. Oof. You guys, I entered this. Not like was entered this today before. That's why I jumped on to show you guys when the position was fresh, because I was like, it was at 95 cents when I got on. This is like fresh today. This is fresh. So in case you guys see me post some shit like fucking a month from now or a week from now, you're like, where did that go? This one's fresh. This one's fresh, all right? Fresh out the oven, all right? Let's see. I'll see where it's at. We'll see where it's at tomorrow. Or we'll see where it's at tomorrow. Or Thursday. Tomorrow, Thursday. Let's see. There we go. Added XRP. I'm on the monitor here. XRP. Holy, I cannot type with one hand. Oh, and Sol XRP. I have Sol long, XRP long. Sol's not on this account. I have Solana long too, but I'm already in profit on that. XRP's fresh, whiffs moved. XRP long. This is an old chart. Solana's gonna rip. Whiff's gonna rip. What else? What's lower right now? XRP's a bit lower. XRP looks like it's breaking out. Yeah, XRP's breaking out. 88. Where's 88? Yeah, it's moved. Yeah. Gold. I guess gold. Gold should pump. Everything's pumped. Dollar took a doozy today. Everything pumped today, except for gold. Even EURUSD pumped. Well, obviously, because it. Like I was saying I was gonna say $1.30, $1.40. I was thinking whiff, like 3. As we got a nice like cup and handle accumulation too here. Look at this. This looks sexy. I think like 350 would be a good target. 340s. Like this is breaking out, so it's probably gonna go back to like 350. Swing if you're trying to swing it higher, but following this breakout, the weekly. Damn, Jasmine moved a lot. This is breaking out. Yeah. See here, I'm on my monitor. Fucking gold. XRP's fresh. I would say between now and 320 would be good longs. 320. This area, basically this area between like 325 and 320. Yeah, no, I have a big. This is a big account, so I've only used. There's 5% margin right now, initially being used. You can see the position sizes, account balances. You can see there. I'm gonna hold. These are good holds. Solana's moving. Solana on the way to 200 maybe. Keep an eye on gold. I'm gonna try to swing gold. See if we can get that move up to like 3360 or 3365. I'm in gold already. I've been in gold. I just have different entry prices. I'm gonna wrap it up. I dropped all the charts in Discord. I'm out. I gotta go. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go a little late here. Oh, it's 2:20. I gotta head out. We'll be on tonight, 8:30 p.m. I'll pop a link. We'll do some updates. Probably a training session. It's probably just gonna be a training session, quick gold analysis. See where it's at. Training session tonight.